round number 2, coming live from Pro League. We got Hayden, Eggman, and Pat O'Neill from 3XG joining us today. Thank you guys for making it on the stream.
A lot of fun.
So we have KidKu.
Yes.
We haven't seen that ever on any of our streams, especially what it looks like post-draft box 5, which I could only assume is better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, especially since he's, a black leader, he's got a lot of tech that people think are overlooking.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is, there's a lot of ways that you can go with KidKu. Obviously, was it Narirama? It's the major card that KidKu got, the black 30k. So there's that. I'm wondering if this is reminiscent of the mono black KidKu that Matt was using the other night on stream. It's got the Vegeta to be able to just pull cards out of the drop.
Yeah, and there's been a couple. There's a new 30k black skillless card, right?
Yeah, I was to say it's Narirama.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know the alien name.
Yeah. So it's there's that card, and then there's an extra card also that gets 2 20k or less power black battle cards from your drop with the skills negated for the turn. So that's another card that is in Dropbox 5 that you could use with this leader.
Yeah.
And then there is it was a power booster card from ages ago. It was a Vegeta that's 20k that you can basically when you play him, if your leader is a black Saiyan, you burst 3, and then he has the ability to pay 1 to sack him to get any black battle card with 3 or less cost or something from your drop. So that's to say, I wonder if that's it. I'm so curious here. He's just charging 4-star balls.
That is very curious,
right? Yeah. If you're the Surge Q player, you're wait, why is he just charging 4-star balls?
All right, and it looks like he is running at least some red in it.
Yeah.
Full power. Or that's just he likes the 5k. So makes it tied. Oh, he needed the skillless card in his drop area to wait as well. I'm not sure if he'd do it right now because you don't get a lot of gas from it. All right, let's play the 1-drop KidKu. So it looks like Andrew's running the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Son Goku. What is your opinion on that card versus the Draft Box 1 Vegeta, the exploiting power?
I like the other card a lot more. The Goku Kaioken. So I think deflect is one of the most important keywords right now because everybody's trying to play Frost Deadly Poison. So it basically you can't stop it. So it's going to get the intended effect of killing everything 20k or less, right?
Yeah.
But more importantly, I really like the Doom Blade effect, the pay 2 to kill something.
Yeah.
I think that's really powerful. And I think it's something this game really needed. So I like modular cards in general, cards that have multiple modes.
Yeah.
So having a card that is not only, it's a slightly worse version, right, of exploiting weakness. Obviously KO 20 or less is worse than just shrinking everything 20k.
Yeah, for sure.
But having the deflect and then also having the upside of being a single target barrier removal is really good. The red does not usually get that kind of effect. So having a thing that just kills barrier cards, super good. Especially against a deck like Jiren, for example. Oh, he's actually on the Power Rangers version.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, he's playing the Universe 3 Policeman.
Yes.
Got another one. Going right into it.
Finally get to see this on stream. I don't even know what they do. They're so cool.
Yeah. So the one searches anyone in the top 7. The 4 is a dual attacker with barrier that has a built-in negate for 1 colorless. The 5 draws you a card and KOs anything, and then the 6 is I have every keyword in the game on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I wonder if he has a way to get rid of this 4-drop. Probably not. Unless he's running what's that extra card? That with Baby and GT Goku.
Battle to the death.
Battle to the death.
I think that could probably remove it, right?
Yes.
I'm astounded that they printed that card. Battle to the death.
Yeah, Battle.
That's one of the most. That was one of the most generically pushed extra cards I've ever seen in this game.
Yeah, for sure.
Just kills anything. You just get 3 life. Looks like Andrew is deciding what to do here.
I'm wonder if he was trying to play Ape to tap it and then.
Realize that you can't because it's got barrier. I mean, obviously, if you're slow, you're feeling pretty comfortable. Guess about that Raiders Warcry that's on board right now.
Okay, but he's still able to use Cooler to get down to a 5K. So if he has another one, he
Might be able to
clear
get
it
rid
right
of it.
now. Yeah.
Still, I think it's a pretty good play. Gets around the Catapesla negate because it's a 5 cost.
Yep.
Sensu Bean on Cooler?
Yep. So he's able to
So
clear it out.
Yep. Second Cooler. Wow.
Now he's got 6 damage on board.
That got real ugly real fast.
Oh yeah. I still think Cooler should have been a 2 cost, not 1. It is too good for just 1 red energy.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree.
Andrew probably one of the best Search Coup pilots. Also, just coming off a weekend championship win. I believe he's our second weekend's championship winner.
Mm-hmm.
Now looking like he wants to grind this series to make some
Yeah,
money from home, playing some Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot of Search Coup for a very long time, and so
Yeah.
I've no doubt he is. And the thing about Search Coup is that it has so much flexibility. It's not as much as like, will you see the right cards? It's if you play the right cards.
It's the crazy thing is like Andrew's been one of the best players for like a very long time, and I never
Yeah.
usually see his name come up in conversation as one of the best until like relatively recently, and that's I think because more people are paying attention to him. because of the
Mhm. I
online
mean, he
streams.
doesn't peddle his name online.
Yeah, no, exactly. But he has a Nationals top cut.
Yeah.
He was in the Nats top cut with me.
Yeah.
He's a
great.
very, very good player. I think
Mhm.
he might be one of the best, if not the best, like mid-range / control player. Like I try and think of like who like the really good control players are, like or mid-range players are. And Andrew's definitely next to Dehan is like the name that comes to mind right away.
I think Andrew, Justin, and Dehan are probably in that top 3 in some type of order.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, Justin's just Mr. Magic, bro. He can play everything.
He's magic
When I
man.
talked to him, he's like when I just talked to him, he's like, "Oh yeah, dude, I'm just gonna play Invoker because I recognized it was Legacy Miracles," and I was like, "Oh yeah, you got it. Of course you can do it. He can play it all, man. He's good at every format, every deck. He's just a threat, that man."
Yeah, I think even at Nationals, he went the aggro route. He went to Migru, so he's got a lot of room on the spectrum for sure. Mono Black KidKu feels bad. Yeah, it's a pretty hard one here when you have any type of red deck that just minuses your board. Being able to keep up any type of pressure is going to be a difficult one.
Yeah, Cooler is a pretty good counter against a lot of this, and he had 2.
Yeah.
Trying for a good old Power Ranger play again.
I'd really like to see him pressure the board with that Catapesla because when you evolve into the next stage, it untaps it.
Oh, the last stage or this stage?
Every
guessing
stage
the
when
last
you
stage.
when you evolve into any of the stages.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
That's pretty good. Tobo.
Man. And this is where you wish you had what is it? Super Kamehameha, although he's I guess not at 4 less life.
Yeah.
So you can't
He's
even
at
play
5.
it if you're at 4 less life, right?
You have to be at 4 less.
4
Yeah.
less to play it.
Crazy.
That's to say that's the problem. Like just mono black just doesn't have options,
Mm-hmm.
fortunately.
Andrew was playing me actually yesterday, I think it was. We were playing on Untap, and he was playing me with this really sweet Bibbidi Majin Buu deck, but it had no Majin Buu chain at all.
What was the engine then?
It was like
Is that the one
U3?
that like Sandy? I keep hearing whispers of this one. Like Sandy Cater brought it to my attention. There's like a mono black Bibbidi deck that doesn't play the chain. That's like really powerful.
Yeah, it's like a U3. It's essentially like a U3 Bibbidi deck.
Hmm.
The robot universe, if that's correct. I think it is U3.
Yeah, that Bibbidi is just kind of like this generation's version of like the green Broly that you just keep getting your hand back, and so it's.
That leader
It's
in
really
limited
hard.
is great. Like I took
Mhm.
limited
Oh, yeah.
with that leader pretty hard. I mean, like that and Android 17 and limited were really
Yeah.
powerful.
Bibbidi was the leader I had picked for limited for if you don't have like a well-defined archetype in your pool where you've drafted something that's like pretty good. You just play Bibbidi because you just throw cards at people.
Yeah.
They can't deal with your card.
All right, so you played Protector of the People, which means that every time he gets swung on by a battle card, it gets +5 for the turn.
Love
So
that card.
swinging in with Cooler, he discarded 1 for it too. So now it's a 20k, so it's tied. And if he swings with the other Cooler, then he has to start using his resources. And despite Andrew having like a really solid board, he only has 5 cards in hand.
That's odd
Yep.
because we don't usually see Andrew on the card disadvantage deficit.
Mhm.
He usually is at the advantage on card advantage. So this is actually pretty interesting to see. I didn't realize
Maybe
what the difference
maybe
was.
you think he's like maybe perhaps underestimating the deck and just trying to outmuscle him early because he's like, oh, what's mono black
That could
gonna
be
do to
it.
me?
Yeah, that could be
Mhm.
it. It's like, oh, this guy's trying
For
to
sure.
brew, you know? Like, let's push it in.
Be careful though, because like if the Catapesla actually does live and he untaps, like that's a lot of damage.
Hmm. So he used another Goku Ape to draw 2 more. Looks like Sandy's in the chat. He says that he can go lethal turn 1 with his Bibbidi deck if he opens.
Yeah, no,
the good
I almost
cards.
lost to Andrew turn 1. I was like, what the heck? I had to stop charging multicolor. Like, game 1 I learned. And then I won game 2 with the Ribrian that board wipes and it's a Deadly Defender. You just couldn't beat that card. Which I don't know why nobody's playing, by the way.
Yeah, I don't understand why that. Like I noticed
card is
that.
Wait, whoa,
ridiculous.
wait. He got the boost. It's only when battle cards, right?
Yes, when battle cards.
Yes. I do agree with you. I don't know why people are not playing the Ribrian. I've been going. Oh, here it comes. Is that that's the effect that I was talking about? Like the removal, the single target removal option. Just gets rid of barrier. The card's just too versatile.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
this card is. Woo!
This card Kaioken Son Goku might be what brings Invoker back, because Invoker can't stabilize against aggro early, and has trouble with barrier threats from Jiren. This card answers that, and it's on color. So like 4 of this guy and Invoker can actually bring the Invoker deck back in line. I think you play this, and then maybe you play like the Vegeta and Goku negates and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely Invoker's not dead. It's just you need like 4 of that guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that the deck's any less difficult to pilot.
I was playing Invoker the other day because I was also curious as to why nobody's playing Invoker, and it's still pretty damn good. Sleepy Boy technique is real.
Oh yeah, that is
Sleepy
a
Boy is
great
very-
card.
Yeah.
The Phantom Fist I'm
that's
also experimenting with, but I don't know if I like it.
All right, how many 4-star balls is he running? He's running at least
I noticed
6.
because there's
At
one
least
in there-
6.
at least one in his hand, and there's one in his.
One in his
Yeah.
drop, yeah.
That's crazy. So I mean, like the weird thing is, Andrew's stopping him from doing whatever he wants, but he still has okay life and hand. It's not like he's losing advantage. He's just not getting tempo on the board. So
I'm just trying to see. So he's got 17 cards in his drop. What if he drops Black Smoke here? We're just that would feel very bad,
That
right?
would be
That would-
actually
that would-
insane.
that would feel very bad.
Well, this leader always had like serious card advantage. Like that was like its
Mhm.
big strength, right? It didn't have
Yep.
any like crazy game-ending bombs, but it could just grind you out.
Mm-hmm.
I think, based on the fact
Which
that
is why so many people put Gogeta in it because
we saw Cooler last round, and now we're seeing this round. And you got to ask yourself, like, have players start to like realize like, oh, maybe the way to beat Surge-Ku is just to grind him out because he doesn't have card advantage long term.
Mm-hmm. That's really what it is. You gotta kind of trick them to awaken early, and then
Yes.
don't do anything else.
That's the
So
weakness of Surge leaders. Like they get to the back, the earlier they get to the backside, the more grim it looks for them.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the removal we talked about.
Send it
Really,
to
really would have
warp.
liked to see him probably potentially attack there.
Yeah.
But remember, it does switch back to active mode.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's
just
swinging
after
on
attack.
leader. Oh, and it's crit too.
Okay. All right.
It's double strike critical, yeah.
Double strike crit.
Wow,
Now
it's
it's a
double strike
35
crit?
crit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 35.
Holy cow.
If he has the
35.
6 drop, that's gonna be it's gonna be rough.
All right, he takes the 2.
Does he have it? Yep,
He
he has it.
does.
The Envoy. Crit, double
This is
strike,
what-
dual attack, barrier. Does it need another keyword? Probably not.
He's
No.
gonna lose most of them.
Oh yeah, he can actually just blank this, right?
Yeah. So he'd take 1 damage and it gets to restand, but
Yeah, I like this card, man. Oh, yeah, so here it comes.
yeah.
Probably gonna force a Surge Coup option here from Andrew, unless he just
Mhm.
draws the nuts here.
I mean, even if he does, he still has to like. Yeah, he's gonna blank it. Yeah. You've got to say, he's gone through what 3 of the 1 drops and 4 drops, so he's gotten pretty lucky with being able to find those. Not like this deck has any consistency issues with finding cards, but
Okay, so kind of pass the get to infect. I would think he was probably just gonna turn it on a double.
yeah,
strike.
I would think about that. I mean, unless you want to like try to get rid of Bardock with your or anything with your
There's also the fact though that shields are kind of down on Andrew right
Mhm.
now. So this might be a good time to just push for some damage with your leader as well. Just
Yeah.
I worry about the crackback. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely have the life advantage though in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like this KidKu is actually like bad on defense. Like you still have like power burst, so you obviously have a shocking negate, but then like you have the once per turn skillless, like you basically get a free super combo every turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously you can get the ball back. So like there's lots of ways to generate card advantage and protect your life with very minimal energy investment.
So what do you think you put red in this deck? Do you think it was for what, maybe a topo or something? I can't, or maybe
he might just really like those 30Ks. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There might be like some tech option. I'm trying to think of like what card costs like a single.
Yeah, I can really only think topo.
Because blue for Sensu
Topo.
otherwise would have been probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would think it's probably Topo. He probably has Topo on the board for like Bibbidi. Like he might not have a main board reason for it.
That's true.
Mhm.
It's probably Topo on the sideboard for like the Bibbidi mashup.
Yeah, I mean, just any color would be better for than just the black one since it has no combo cost, and it doesn't look like it. I mean, there's really no specific energy for anything, so it doesn't really matter. Though you can't play, I mean, you wouldn't be able to hard cast some of the 3 drops from hand though.
So possible he could play what is the new card? U4 Assemble? I really
Mhm.
doubt it, but that's like something he could do. That's a red card that gets back to like 10K skillless cards. Most of the new skillless support from Dropbox is red.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It only brings out 10Ks though. That's the issue. I don't think
Yeah.
KidKu plays 10Ks. That would have been sweet though.
One of the cards I really like though from that theme is Majora, the 3-drop Fox. Because every turn he gets 2
Yeah.
10K skillless from your drop. So like
Mhm.
you can just use you can just stick him on board, not swing with him, and then just keep comboing the 10Ks off every turn. So you just get like free protection. But unfortunately he doesn't have barrier, so it's
Yeah,
kinda,
that was I was gonna include it in my first when I was messing with that deck because that was like the first thing that I really liked. That whole skillless red. I think because it was spoiled like first or second, and I was like, they can just deal with this guy, and I spent 3 energy, and I just feel bad.
yeah.
So he swung in on Katsupisa. How do you actually say his name?
Kato
you just-
Tesla.
Katopesa. I'm just call it the Police Ranger, or Power Ranger. But he swung in, comboed Bardock, drew 1, and then he out comboed with the 1-drop Goku.
Oh, that's true. If you're blue, you can play Obuni, and then Obuni, the 4-star balls give Obuni tokens plus 10K, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That would be sick.
Yeah, but you need 2 blue, unfortunately, so that might be a little steep
yeah,
for.
Yeah, that's true. Well, then you can go Gogeta and stuff like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more sideboard stuff, but yeah, this
And
looks
you just
like
pass
a
his
base
turn.
black. Yeah, crazy. What do you think he has up? Maybe like an exploding weakness or
If he's got what the
Frost, Deadly Poison, maybe.
Yeah, he probably has a Frost Deadly Poison.
What is? Oh, okay,
Board
that's
looks
the
awesome. Yeah.
That's
the championship one. I was
What
like,
is
oh,
this
yo,
card?
that's a card I've never seen this card before. I was like,
I didn't
oh,
know
it's
we were
just
playing with a Team War champion. Wow. Okay.
How many of these exist? Probably just one or two, right?
Not many,
think only
especially
one.
now.
I think only
Yeah.
one, which is a shame too. Because did you ever see the team champion Matt? It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one
I
with
love
all
the
the
team.
Ribrianne?
The maidens.
The
Yeah, it's the one with all the
maiden?
maidens.
I like the Cell one, dude. The Cell one for draft.
The Cell
looks
one's also really good.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Hopefully that those will become a little bit more widely accessible due to the circumstances.
Right. I think Final Fantasy is endorsing online. That's why that Final Fantasy tournament was so big. Because I think that actual Square Enix is actually endorsing them to do this online thing.
Yeah,
That'd
their
be cool if
response.
Bandai did do that.
Mm-hmm.
Their response for this whole pandemic has actually been quite good. Like I said, we talked about the previous match with Final Fantasy. They've been very vocal and open about like their new game releasing and saying like, "Hey, we're gonna mail it to you early. Like, we don't care about the street date. You can break the street date.
That's insane.
We just want you to be safe and have fun." And I was, oh my god, like that being your public stance is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they endorsed that tournament, which is why they had so many people. Imagine if Bandai was like, "Hey guys, I see you doing this. Why don't you just, instead of doing the regional, just give out these promos and all this stuff that people were supposed to get anyways, and we just mail them out, Like, we would have no problem doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could just, like I said, they've been like, Square Enix is just kind of like, okay, yeah, all the promos go to the distributor, just mail them out.
I mean, they're going to balance out their profits with Final Fantasy VII coming out anyways, so money's no object. All right. So he is slowly thinking.
He's probably thinking what we're thinking, which is, why didn't he swing with everything last turn?
Mm-hmm. I mean, so he swung in with Power Ranger, and he got topoed.
He got topoed.
So
I think at that point he probably just. I'm trying to think, like, aside from.
I mean, double strike crit is still really tempting. Oh, is he tapping 5 for?
It's a smoke dragon.
Black smoke. Oh, ooh.
Wow. He doesn't have the response. I mean, I would pitch 2 and go to 3 cards, if it meant I get to just like rip my opponent's hand out.
Yeah, I would be okay with this.
Because you could actually mathematically think about it and go like, okay, I can swing on my next turn, and potentially like combo only 1 card with my leader, right? Because I know he can't block it.
All right, so he swung.
This is very risky.
Mm-hmm.
I think Andrew's probably potentially debating a second topo, which would obviously deplete his hand, but it guarantees that he lived.
Yeah. But he needs to get rid of that Demigra next turn too.
How many hours left?
Oh, he's got his own Black Smoke Dragon. So, I mean, okay. So he didn't topo.
You get 3 cards, right?
3 cards, yeah. And he can live by, just...
Alright, so I think you take... I mean, if it was me, I would take Smoke, Obuni, and...
Oh, it's 4 cards. My mistake.
It's 4?
Yeah.
It's 1 more. I would take Obuni. He took Champ.
Yeah, Obuni was just going to carry... I mean,
Obuni
unless he's... Okay.
Again,
If he has that negate that gains plus 5k every turn in his hand, that kind of makes sense why Obuni's not really a big thing.
Protector of the People.
Yeah, if he has that in hand. Because he played that earlier.
I love that card.
Yes.
That could,
I actually don't think I opened any of those in my box. It was very disheartening. It's a very good...
All right, so he's down to 2. I think it's pretty obvious that he has 1 double strike crit left. He has to discard 2 cards in hand to do it. He probably is not going to be able to end the game here with him, but especially because he'd have to be down to 1, and like let's say it has like a 10k in hand, you get to 40k and on board.
KidKu's still at 5. That's so surprising to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he can get to 40k. But, I mean, also, at that same time, he'd have to combo away most of his board to do so. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I'd swing in with the robot or Power Ranger. Get him down. I mean, we know he has a topo in hand though too, so he probably played that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean that's just another guy on board to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
You just sit back.
If he didn't have topo, if I didn't know he had topo in hand, I probably would have swung in with him.
Again, Andrew's out of bullets basically here.
Mhm.
So that Catopesla is basically lethal next turn.
Mm-hmm.
So
Double lethal, right? Dual tag.
yeah, Andrew basically has to win the game this turn.
Yeah. And he's going to be playing the.
Woo!
Yep. There
Yep,
it
he
is.
has Protector of the People. Yep.
Yeah, I would have swung with something else because then the leader swing would have been freer. But
Yes,
I guess
that's true. The leader swing
Yeah.
gets around that.
It's a new card. It's like Nimbus, so like people aren't used to playing around it.
Mm-hmm. So okay, yeah.
Ooh, Obuni. It will shut down the Obuni at least a little bit.
A little bit, yes.
Just a little bit. Soften that blow.
But are the and tokens are considered battle cards for this
He
for
can
that.
actually, yeah, and he can also just combo them off too, because these tokens,
Okay.
unlike others, actually do have combo power. So he might just use it like as a, because what he's paying 4 energy
It
now.
might,
for,
might be defensively on it.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
They're
You're getting 20k combo power.
yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna
And an untapped one, which might be a Kaioken Goku. Looking at top card.
Should also remind them that they have to shuffle. If they did not see
Yeah.
that rule.
Oh, that's right. He did blank the board last turn, so he could not have swung in with Power Ranger. That's a really good point.
So is he actually comboing? He's comboing on a bunch of stuff, and he's just
going in.
he's trying to make damage. He's trying to make damage stick.
Yeah, he's gonna have to just hit harder rather than hit multiple times.
So is this 40K?
I would have swung with a 20k first.
Is this 40k he's going on this?
It's 40k double
I feel like that-
strike on a 20k.
I feel like this is quite high. I feel like 35 would have been a bit.
Yeah, I'm suspicious why he made it so high.
Because like what do you have, like Roshi to go up to 30? You'd have to hit double super combo for that to not stick.
Mm-hmm.
He goes
And
more.
Yeah,
Is he trying to set up like an overround play?
maybe.
No, he's already got 13 in the drop.
Oh, he's attacking Demigra.
Oh, he's attacking Migra. That all right.
Okay, that makes like a little bit more sense.
There's 3 of us up here, and we could not see that. He's 3 in Migra. Yes, all right, we got it. All right, that makes a lot more sense.
Passing turn.
All right, so this is we already know that he's got this topo here.
Mm-hmm. We know his topo in hand, and which means he can't swing anymore. So I think so. He just decided that it wasn't worth trying to get around the Protector of the People. He's gonna say, "I can live one more turn and get around that."
As long as that Demigra wasn't on board, yeah. Topo's gonna be able to.
But he did combo topo from hand, though.
Here's the thing, though.
Does he still have another one?
He could still die based on what's in his hand. Because if you topo and discard one for the first Catopesla, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he has it.
He has another one.
Oh, he saw all 4 topos.
Dang. I mean, he's only got 13 cards in decks somehow.
No,
So
the
just play
tournament's
another
going back and forth depending on when.
All right, so
when
that's
Octagon
here's the
decides
thing
to
though.
work.
So he negated that with Topo, right? But now
Mhm.
Kato Pesla, he could just discard his hand and go in with Kato Pesla. There's only
And-
one card in hand, yeah.
Yeah, but he has to discard both cards to do so.
Yeah.
So he has to swing at strictly a
Well,
30k, and he knows he can out combo that.
I think he would still probably potentially do that because then you would have to combo off the.
Oh, and you'd have to do it twice. No, wait, sorry, I'm dumb.
Yeah, because he already attacked with Raider's Warcry, so he would have had to have comboed basically everything on him.
Hmm.
He would have had to have comboed for sure. He would have had to combo Cooler. So it's pretty like when you think of it in that sense, are the two cards in your hand worth more than getting 220Ks and that off the board?
All right, drew 2 for Ape. Swing there. See if he has enough deck for the people. It's not.
Life total's still high though.
Oh yeah, but now he's just 2 double strikes away from.
Interesting to see if he'll actually block this. Another Raider's Warcry.
Oh, that's yeah, that's super good.
Yeah. Andrew might actually clutch this out.
Because it's a 30 against a 15 double strike.
You
All right,
know,
take the 2.
looking at the hand and everything, there's only been 2 super combos used from the KidKu player, and he's almost drawn his whole deck as well. So like,
yeah,
there's a very high chance that he has at least two super combos here.
Here comes the power burst.
That's gonna get a KidKu back, I would assume.
Yep.
There's another double strike.
Okay,
No response.
time to gun it.
We see a dump here. Wow. 55, 60, 65 the number from Andrews. Nope, 70.
70.
Wow. Again, like I said, KidKu still has 2 super combos.
And he can still get his vanilla for the turn as well. Let's see what happens. So let's say he has 2 super combos and the card on the board. So that's what, 45. So that's a little over half. Then with the vanilla, that's 55. And then you need, yeah, it's going to be close.
I'd say with the optimal hand, it's still close. It's still rough. The optimal draw gets you. He needs like at least like a 10K.
Or he could just drop the Beerus that removes double strike.
If he had that, like if he had the like God Strike here,
Yeah.
like Andrew has nothing in hand, so this is like a just put it all out there, right?
Woo! He's comboing with the
So he's
onboard.
comboing Kato Pestle, which must mean that he must have something to be able to get out of it, right?
Yeah.
25, because otherwise he would probably just.
Oh,
scoop
he
up.
plays
Wow!
Bibity!
Wow, that's
Alright,
a 32
so-
combo. That's 32K.
32.
Oh, God.
42, 52, 67, 72. That's it. That's enough to get out.
That's
70
it.
There. Wow. Wow.
Punish.
That's insane. You've got to be
Baby.
kidding me.
Oh boy.
That's nuts.
Oh, feels bad.
Andrew's got to be like, are you kidding me right now? He was like thinking. I was like, there's no way he gets out of this, right? Because I saw the Trunks super combo in his drop. I was like, oh, he doesn't play Bibbidi. He plays Bibbidi.
Yeah.
There's
How
little- you know,
big was that, Bibbidi?
32. So now he's going to be even bigger.
Wait, why is it? He only has 20 cards. Is it in the drop or?
It's
And
combined, drop and warp.
Oh, my
Okay.
God! He plays the 15Ks. Yeah, Kraken.
Oh,
He plays
boy.
Kraken Space Side? Wow! What?
Dang.
What?
Holy
You gotta be
cow,
kidding me!
No way. That was incredible.
No way.
I'm dying.
Somebody in the chat wrote, if
Oh.
he God strikes, I'm logging out.
I'm literally crying.
That's even more absurd than God
Yeah.
striking. It was, oh yeah, well, okay, you survived with this miraculous Bibbidi. You can't really kill me off of like 2 cards, right? Well, actually, they're cracking space times.
My God.
Oh God.
And that KidKu too. Like even with the KidKu gone, pay the KidKu 2 more energy, get a 30k out, swing with a 15k and the 30k. But no, he's like, I'm gonna just destroy this man's
man.
whole career.
Chat.
I teared up. Teared up a little bit. The chat in Untap is like, that shit was lit.
I can imagine Andrew sitting there as he's going through his sideboard for game 2, just nodding, going, I see you. All right. All right.
I'm surprised that man didn't log off.
Yeah. So what would you side in this matchup? Like,
Violent Predator? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anytime I see my monocolored energy, I'm like, he's not playing. I mean, obviously, you can't do that in Surge Q. I think you're probably going to see Battle to the Death come in for Andrew. I think that's almost a given, right?
Yeah.
Considering how many parts of the Power Rangers chain have a barrier.
I think he had that in the main too. I definitely saw.
But I know he sides more. He sides a whole, like, he has the whole play set. So I can almost guarantee you that's probably what's coming in.
He did a really good job getting rid of those. He kept finding them.
That's funny how we keep seeing Surge Q lose on stream.
Well, I mean, the deck is very good, right? Like
I mean, it hasn't won on stream today yet, so
Yeah. So far.
we've been saying like best deck in format, and like that's probably still true. But here's the thing: like when you're like at the top of the food chain, you have a huge target on your back, so
Yeah.
everyone's practicing for that matchup. Like everyone knows, like that was the thing. Like we saw Piccolo dominating for a while, right? And then Piccolo started getting just destroyed by like these like late game oriented Gohan builds, and you see like Jiren making a resurgence and kind of like smashing them, and then there's a Surge Q deck that just outscales them, and you're like, well, okay, is Piccolo just not that good? Well, no, Piccolo is that good. It's just everybody's been riding the same build for so long that everyone's like, okay, yeah, we've seen that. If you're not going to switch it up, we're just going to hard counter.
How much time is left in the round?
23 minutes.
23 minutes. Charging the red-blue multicolor. Charging the balls again.
The 10 4-star balls.
Yeah, I can't.
Wait, he could only play 7, right?
I think so. Maybe.
You can only play 7.
Okay.
Yeah, you can only play a 7. So he probably plays the full 7.
Yeah.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah, I've never seen that. Like 6 is the highest I've ever seen before this. But like the average number, if I recall,
4 or 5.
Yeah, Brandon is like one of top PPG back last August with KidKu, and he says 5. 5 is the number. He always swears by that. I can't imagine if Brandon, if you're out there watching this, I guarantee you're gonna try and build this deck, right?
Maybe because it's mono black, he thinks that he has like, since he's charging black anyways, maybe. Like, because
I mean, so
KidKu with like a splash of like blue or red, right? And you're charging blue or red. I don't think I saw a colored card at all in his energy.
Yeah, well, so you can't though because Bibbidi has to have.
Oh, that's
energy.
right.
That's why he's not doing it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Andrew's just trying to get the early card advantage here, because it looks like Slowly's deck is slow to start.
So, do you think Andrew was too aggressive last game, or what would?
Yeah. I think he just assumed the role of an aggro player and not a control player. And Slowly's deck is very much like gonna hit harder than you deck. Like he's not gonna go as wide as you, but his guys are gonna hit way hard.
Sure.
You're gonna have to be blocking these 30k swings constantly.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, this is a new deck, right? It's not predictable. You have to be reactionary, and so
Listen, I trust Andrew will make some kind of serious adjustment for this match, for this games 2 and 3 potentially.
Agreed.
I'm just sitting there like looking at these 4-star balls in the energy again. I can't help but think like, what if he was just like, I'm gonna play 7 because it messes up Obuni triggers.
That's the next level. Yeah, he might be playing 7 chaotic. We're not sure. We've seen a minimum of 6, right?
Yes, at least 6.
At least.
You'll have to ask him like why red in the deck.
It has to be something aside.
It has to be something sideboarded. Andrew,
and here we go with this frost. It's going to be really hard for Andrew to get rid of. He can get rid of 20 and 25k things, but 30k is the.
Yeah, that's the number. It's hard to beat 30k.
And that's where Vegeta would be better because it could make it a 10k.
I actually like this a lot, like just not giving any more cards to slowly here, just swinging into the first.
Mm-hmm.
You know what card might actually be pretty good against this deck is the 8-drop Fu. Now I think about it, because all those 4-star balls, you'd have to warp a card for each one.
Yeah, because it's an active battle. It's not a actual combo.
Yep. What if? Now, hear me out. This is like crazy talk here. What if the reason he plays the 3-drop 30k red cards is because he sideboards Heartfelt?
You gotta have a saying though, right?
It's got to be a red battle card with 25k. Yeah, it's got to be a red battle card.
That's true.
What if he's playing Heartfelt play?
That's wild then. That's super wild.
If he does it, man, I'm gonna go nuts. I'm gonna like jump out of my chair. So that's where my mind is at, right? Like, obviously we're paying attention to the game, but like I need to know why this man is playing the cards that he's playing.
There comes Topo. Dropping another Great Ape. This man's seen at least... he's seen 3.
He's seen
one in the
3,
warp
and he
doing
still
the
has...
drop.
Yeah, he's seen 3, and there's still 28 cards in his deck, which means that like his opening hand had some configuration of it.
Yeah.
Because there's still 5 in life. He has not even seen half of his deck, and he's seen 3 of the 4.
Alright, so he dropped 2 to swing. One was the... I'm surprised he didn't... Ooh, what is
Human
this?
Extinction Attack. So it's a 15k if all of your energy is black, and then you get to mill up to 4 cards.
Yeah, and it gets rid of the Goku in his drop area too.
Yep.
And what does the 1-drop machine thingy do? So for 1, you can remove this card from drop area for game, choose 2 cards from your hand, place them bottom of your deck. You drop 2, and then if your opponent plays a battle card with for duration of the turn, 20 less.
That's a card that I'm surprised more people didn't play, was Human Extinction Attack, because like when they first showed all 5 of them, I was like, Human Extinction Attack is for sure the one that will see competitive play because of the graveyard implications, as well as the fact that I thought that the Bibbidi deck was just ridiculous and it would for sure want this to get the chain, but it hasn't really like taken off.
Yeah, so this how do you say it? Koitsukai, the mechanical cord, that 1-drop. So now he can set it up for if he's trying to play another Topo, he needs to go -3 in hand to play it instead of just -1.
Yeah, that's obviously another sideboard tech. That's one thing I do like about these, where the fact that we're playing these online tournaments, is because like card availability is a huge deal. Like even at like Tournament of Power, like Brian Samuel borrowed a lot of cards for his like really expensive Surge Q deck.
Yeah,
availability is not an issue. So people are actually getting to play with the cards that they would play if money was no object.
Yeah, when I was at Tournament of Power 2, half my deck as well.
Yeah,
this is crazy. All right, there we go. Popping the 2 1-drops. That's super good.
And then he gets to mills 2 here, right?
Did he
what if
not
he just mills
remove
more?
The Goku with Extinction Attack?
He did. He had just
He
two.
did? Okay, he just
He
has
did.
Yeah, he had
And
two in the
that was the
drop.
thing.
Oh, he had two. Oh, okay.
Andrew,
Yeah.
Andrew had 1 in warp, 2 in drop. So now he has
Yeah.
2 in drop, 1 in drop, 2 in warp, which is like, it's only been like three or four turns for Andrew, and he's literally like only discarded ape. Like every attack to draw 2, discard 1 has been an ape.
All right,
Wow.
so he's comboing out of it. I'd probably swing with cooler on it now because it's a 20k.
Yeah, another Koiskai.
That's
But
an odd
smart to
save
swing
now, 'cause
with-
Now he's gonna keep going in on it.
Yeah, now you can gain card advantage without giving him life advantage, and he still can't awaken right now because he has to be 6 or less.
Yep. I think you just let it die. It's it's a bit curious that he comboed no, he didn't combo KidKu.
he's
Okay, so he
staying
went
there,
to the
30.
drop.
Okay.
Yep.
So what are you returning? Are you returning with Boo? Anything?
If it was me, I might actually bounce the Topo.
But it looks like he's bouncing nothing.
Yeah, I probably would have bounced Topo just because I would rather, like, against a deck that's just trying to get a ton of attacks in.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather just have the Topo all day.
Yeah, I mean, just forcing them to use their 1-drops.
Yeah, the time stop is super huge. You're just like, nah, man, it's my turn. Give it back to me. I want it. Very curious to see what Slowly does this turn. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe leaving the Topo on board probably was the right play, simply because you know your opponent is playing Koiskai in their drop. So
Yeah, but I mean, it's still
You're-
forcing them to use it, though, right?
yeah, but
But-
I think that based on how good or bad Slowly's hand is, he's probably just going to fire them off anyway, because there's something to be said about like a quick shift effect to just draw 2, bottom deck 2, like just to be able to sculpt your hand better. Card selection's a big deal.
Oh, George, can you update the match counter?
Yeah,
yes.
it is we are currently in game 2, guys.
This is game 2. Sorry about that.
KidKu is actually out one game over Andrew Duvall.
And we've got, what, 10 minutes left in the round?
Yeah.
13.
13. Okay. Yeah, 2:40 Eastern is when that ends.
Yep. See, there's the Koiskai.
Yeah. And I think that's also maybe why he was so greedy with his coolers, because he knows, like, he can't use it as easily anymore with all these guys. He has to play it more. Like, you can't use it, reactionary on your opponent's turn. You have to use it on your turn.
Yeah. So now it's like you're gonna get punished if you Topo here. It's a massive loss to your hand. It's it's basically half your hand goes bye.
Mm-hmm. Right now it's on tap because having a little bit of server pressure. I think there's a Final Fantasy tournament going on at the same time.
Yeah, there's like a Champions Cup or whatever that's using the service at the same time. So they have like 1,000 players or something crazy for that, because it's like a national level event is being held on it. So we're competing with them for bandwidth. So the servers just can't hold it. It'd be like if you had like everyone you could think of on tap at the same time. They would all be suffering from similar issues.
So it looks like he just passes. He charges a red and swings on leader. Interesting. I'm not sure why he'd be playing that.
Oh, just to get another koi in the drop, I guess.
Yeah, but I'd still want to swing like guaranteed life from that.
He's probably just trying to stall it out to get to Demigra or something.
Maybe he needs to have 2 more black cards because he's got what? No, he only needs 7. Sorry, he's good.
Yeah, he's got it now. That's enough.
Okay. 19 to 15, and then
This might actually be a trap here.
Yeah.
So like, think of it this way, right? So he's gonna go into 5 next turn, right? So he has the one. He put him at 6, so he can awaken now, right? Because of us. So you can fire off Koitskai, then awaken to draw one, tap one, and then play Demigra. And then if you want to Topo, you would have to pay.
Or if you want a Champa, or
Yeah.
if you want anything.
Yeah, you're losing so many cards from your hand.
All right, and he's doing the ape now, so it doesn't get what extinction raid later.
Yeah. So there is obviously some drawback to doing that though, because he's very clearly telegraphing deadly poison right now.
Mm-hmm. And Andrew's only got 3 cards left in his life. That's crazy. But he is not awakened though. I think that's the key point. He's able to get so much value because he's got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards in hand.
So there's the KidKu we just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just going to YOLO it and go for that play no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
He's
got another KidKu in this drop still.
Yeah.
But if he does use Demigra, then it's gone.
I mean, he could just stack it. He has another one, so he could just stack 2, right? Just stack 2 and start pressuring and say like, hey, if you want to totem him, you have to discard 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's true.
That's a huge loss to your hand. That is actually half of his hand. You lose half of your hand if you did to him.
So he is awakening. So the only thing this doesn't stop is that if he does play Demigra, it can get frosted.
Yeah, that's to say. I think he has the Kato Tesla.
Yeah.
No response. Okay. Envoy of Justice. All right,
Yeah,
so
and Envoy of Justice does not have deflect though, so it is susceptible to do that. But he's also an unawakened leader, so this 4-drop being able to swing twice is pretty good.
No response again from.
Yeah, because that can do a lot of pressure.
I wonder if we're gonna see a Sensu Beam coming at this turn here.
$15. That's just so much pressure. Oh, okay.
This Raiders.
Oh, he's awakening.
He's awakening, yeah.
And he is beaning, which I think is the correct play. He knows that there's going to be more, attacks coming in this turn. Or if there's not, his opponent has to play another one of that KidKu or whatever it's called. All right, 20 on 20. Booney. And that's it. He must not have. So here's, if I'm Andrew, here's what I see 3 of the 4 drops on the board. 2 in the energy, and 1 in the field. If I can get rid of this 4-drop, there's a pretty good chance he can't do the chain anymore. Are you guys still there?
Yes. I'm making a roll for these guys because I just
sorry.
got a notification about the Discord server. By the way, guys, join the Discord server if you haven't already. We just made a roll for Dragon Ball players so that we can differentiate you guys. We do have Yu-Gi-Oh on the server as well too, so wanted to make a nice little differentiation there for you guys.
So he's able to use that Kaioken Goku to get rid of that. So unless he's got his 4th 4-drop in hand, it's going to be, I think, kind of tricky to go into the chain this time.
Just hard cast for 5, bro.
That is true. You can do that. And then, what is it? The 7-drop, is it just an EX Evolve for 1?
Yep. You could still just do it.
And he's going in. All right. Making that a 10k. Swing with Topo too.
Crazy games. There's another human extinction attack. Takes a super combo out of his drop.
Yeah, I mean, now the Gokus are gone, I don't think any of their cards are really...
Yeah, but you never know.
I mean, we know he does have Black Smoke, so getting cards out of his drop area is important.
Yeah. That human extinction attack, man, that's putting in work.
Yeah, with Goku Apes and now Rebrienne, like, drop area is more and more important every set.
It's really sweet.
I think that whole cycle, that's definitely the best of those like campaign rares we've ever gotten. Just all of those are good. All of them are. Final Flash is another underrated card from that cycle. It's just super good in like a deck like Jiren. You can turn off like things like Invoker or Barrier.
And the Meta Cooler last round ran it too.
Even Frieza. Frieza's not even that bad. It's like a 1-cost 25k combo.
Yeah.
It's really powerful.
Or he's playing another 1-drop, so he's looking to upset. So, half his deck. See if you can find another 4-drop. It's not already in hand. You may have to double dig. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's probably really regretting charging those 4-drops now.
Yeah. There's only one left.
And he whiffed.
That's crazy that he whiffed because there's only 8 shelling at the moment.
Yeah.
So about half of them. He only has 12 cards in deck.
Charging Topo. He did not. Yeah, he did not play Koisaku yet, so 20Ks are still free to play.
Passes back. Note how Andrew is just holding up Deadly Poison energy. He's representing it. I'm sure he's got it at this point, but he's just representing it. And I think that slowly is just, I don't know if they're playing scared, but they're just not playing anything. And I wonder if that is one of the major reasons. Because of Deadly Poison. Sometimes you guys just have to bite the bullet just to establish a board. Slowly just doesn't have any action going on.
And I once again, I think it's because he charged the guys that he shouldn't have charged.
He's gonna have to start making a move soon though, because he's closer to deck out than Andrew is.
Yeah, and he's still drawing cards while Andrew is not.
Yeah, he's still drawing, seeing 2 to 3 new cards every turn.
Interesting. Oof, a Booney.
Yep, that's a big time.
It was 7 energy. He can still, be at 3 for Deadly Poison and potentially 4 if a Booney goes off.
think we're gonna try and get some information here now while Booney. See what's potentially not in his hand.
That is some information.
That is some information.
Oh, he would have.
He doesn't have it now.
Yeah, for sure.
No response. Oh man, no protector. Takes it. This is gonna be some hurt. Wonder if he's gonna try and potentially bait Andrew into a situation like last game. I don't think Andrew would.
I don't think Andrew would. I think he has PTSD from that still, so I wouldn't. I wouldn't try to even combo half the cards in my hand. I mean, if Cooler gets to it, I'd maybe do it. And so that,
there.
yeah, he has to, because it's not a. Okay.
Another extinction. Probably that's also probably gonna get a super. I'll get a topo. How much time do we have left in the round?
We've got.
We just got 0. I'm putting overtime right now.
Okay,
Okay.
Timer.
and I'll type in chat.
Yeah, type in chat. Thank you. Whoops.
Turn.
Alright. So turn 1 is slow.
Turn 1.
So next turn is Andrew's last turn.
Yes. He needs to be able to do 2 damage.
Not really a board wipe for Mono Black here, besides like the Dragon Balls. But obviously, like all of Mono Black's board wipes are, locked up behind a secret rare. We know he plays Demigros.
There's that other 4-drop. He found it.
He found.
Probably stuck in life.
Probably too late.
I think if you're slowly, I think you're just trying to find Protector
Mm-hmm.
to live to the next turn, and then try to close the game out. Turn, if possible.
Yeah. I would pretty much give up the idea of winning by life.
Wow!
Oh my goodness.
No way.
Oh
Wow.
man. Oh,
Wow.
you hate to see it.
He's so ahead of the curve, it's just insane. Does he have deflect too or something? He has deflect.
Well, so
Wow.
wait, it doesn't get rid of.
Oh, it only gets
doesn't get rid of
the.
the tokens don't get killed.
Yeah, which means
And
Obuni
because-
can't be killed.
Okay. Still, that's
That's
a good
still really good.
investment.
Yeah, 3 energy. You
Yeah.
don't really lose a card from your hand to get 2 problematic attacks off the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now he's just trying to board clear. Because he knows Andrew's only going to get 1 more series of attacks here.
Yeah.
Interesting that he let it die there. Quit Sky. Again, this I think this is correct. I think you're just trying to dig for negates.
Mhm.
You win the match if you just don't lose next turn. Andrew
Mhm.
only has 1 chance to win the game. Because then if this game goes to a draw, you win the match. Andrew must decisively win on his next turn.
All right.
All right, so
Turn
he's gonna
2.
pass by here. So this is it. So if Andrew, like I said, does not win it on this turn,
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
He's only got 2 life, but we both know this is going to be a steep mountain to climb.
Yeah, again, if he has,
If he has,
If he
if he
has-
can stack 2 of the protectors, that's 10k every attack.
yeah, that's kind of like there's no way. Obuni is not supposed to be gone now. He can't be KO'd as long. Somebody's saying that Obuni is supposed to be gone. He is. Can't be right. Yeah. Let's see.
All right, I mean, if he doesn't just windmill cast the protector,
he doesn't have it then. There's
that is okay. Power burst. All right. Oh, he takes the life. He's looking for that protector.
Oh, he shows. Oh no, he's getting back to combat.
No.
He's getting a Does he have protector? If you have it, you just fire it off here.
Yeah.
Slow roll.
No.
Oh no.
Wow. Does he just not? He has 2 in the drop, which means that he probably only plays 2.
Dang. I thought we saw 3 last game.
Well, because he's fired off how many Kais at this point?
How many what?
The draw card, Koitskai. So that puts cards back in your deck. So like the 8 cards are still in his deck. Like he knows what most of them are because he puts them back there. So like that must mean that the last card in his life must be the power of protector, or he only plays 2. I think Andrew's probably trying to pace this out slightly because he doesn't want to accidentally get punished like by a Bibbidi like last time.
So how big is that Bibbidi right now? It is a 27k.
27k, yeah. And it's going to get bigger as the turn goes on. There are no Bibbidis currently.
But only every what 5k makes a difference though. And he does play
does
Bibbidi.
fire off Bibbidi, yeah.
Double strike.
Yep. Andrew just taking the slow, methodical approach.
If he can draw into it though. There's at least 2 in his deck. That's a non-zero % chance getting that. Like that's pretty likely.
Andrew still got some.
Oh, still nothing. Yeah,
Combo's out with another Bibbidi. There's
So
still 1 super combo left in his deck.
Yeah. Power burst.
Alright, so this is going to force him to commit to the board.
Yeah.
Spend some kind of energy.
I mean, it's got 5, so it's not crazy, but would be the best.
Raiders Warcry, perhaps?
Yeah.
Podcast Raiders.
Could probably maybe play the Kaioken Goku. I mean, if you had another Obuni, that'd be GG.
Yeah, Ubuni is probably the best battle. I could. Smoke actually would win the game as well. Yep, mill you 7.
No, he can't swing with it though.
Mill you 7.
No, mill 7, yeah.
Mill 7.
Oh, mill 7.
Oh, right. That's the thing. Oh. Wow, with 2 minutes left, he got it.
He says Deborah. Deborah says you can't activate skills. Do you have Deborah?
Oh
Nope.
my god. Does
Mill
not
7.
have Deborah. Wow.
Warp 7 from deck.
Nice. Dang.
That
What a
was
clincher.
close.
Wow. Not so. Andrew clawing it back to bring it out to a draw.
Wow. Incredible. Those are some sweet games.
Yeah, that was super close. Deborah would not have taken away the can't attack.
No, it would take away the activate main, though. That's why Andrew asked him.
Oh, and he has exactly 12 cards in his.
Yeah.
So he sequenced that whole turn specifically to arrive at Black Smoke Dragon.
Dang.
That's pretty
Amazing.
nuts.
Oof. Man, I'd do a lot to see a third game of this.
I know,
Right?
like these first two matches have been insane.
Mm-hmm.
Actually nuts, right? We got to see
Very.
two really sick decks that we've never seen before. And they were holding their own against arguably the best deck in the format right now.
Yeah, yeah. Both first place and second place deck from last week.